I'm Joseph Lugman and welcome to my first vlog. I'll be talking about hashtag Business 101. I'll start with the question, the big question, why? Why should you engage in business? Well, that needs an answer. For us to answer that question, we must understand the businessman's perspective in his own point of view. What is it for him? Now, we must answer these questions, the four questions. The answer to these four questions will be contributory for us to answer the first question. Our first question is, what would be the purpose? The purpose, meaning in the dictionary, the purpose is the aim, it is the goal, it is the outcome, the end point, the finish line. Now, the second would be the objective. Objective means that it is the step-by-step, it is the activities for us to go to that finish line. Now, the third one would be, what is it for me? What is it for you? What's in it for me? It is the question. Or, if I engage in business, what would I gain from it? It will all trickle down to the bottom line, profit. Now, the fourth one, what triggers them? What fuels them to pursue their dreams, goals, and aspirations? Now, I won't be answering those questions, but I will walk with you to the journey of self-discovery, a self-realization. And now, for me to convey the message that I want to impart, I will discuss a case study. The case study is titled, A Good Father of a Family. I will now discuss a simple, short case study. The title of the case study is Good Father of the Family. And now I would like to inform you that our case study is based on a true-to-life experience. And if you would ask me whose experience it is, guess who? Well, I think you're right. Well, to continue, the main problem of our case study is financial problem. The purpose of our case study is for us to understand the reason why. Why does our main character engages in business? To answer this big question why, there are four sub-questions that will help us answer the big why. The first one is, what is his purpose? The second one is, what is his objective? The third one is what it is for him. And the fourth one, what fuels him to engage in business. Before I would continue, I would like to give a reservation. The reservation is this. Along the way, as we discuss the case study, you might say, hey, I have been in that situation before, but I have taken a different course of action. Now, the reservation is this. Our main character engages in business, wherein that is his course of action. He engages in a small business for him to earn an extra income. And at the same time, to save a small amount that he can use in the future. Having said that, I will now give you a short background of our case study. And to give you some definition of terms, accounting terms, so that whenever I speak of an accounting terms, you would understand what I mean. Now, our main character lives in Manila, and he lives with his aging parents. And at the same time, he provides all the needs of his family. We would be dealing within 2 consecutive years. We would be dealing with that. On the first year, our main character is single. And at the same time, he is a breadwinner. Now I would like to define the breadwinner. Breadwinner is a person in the family who works and provides money for the family needs to live on. On the second year, our main character got married and became the head of the family. I would now define the head of the family. Head of the family is commonly used by family members. For what? To describe authority, position within their lineage. Now I have defined the breadwinner and head of the family. Now I would be defining the word sundry expenses. Sundry expenses, these are small expenses or miscellaneous expenses that is infrequent and small in amount. Now I have defined three. The fourth one that I will define would be cash flow statement. The cash flow statement of our main character would help us understand his current financial problem. Now, the definition of cash flow statement is, in layman's term, these are all inflow of cash or cash received by a person, and all outflow or payments made, withdrawals made out of the cash inflow or cash received. Now, before I continue and go to the nitty-gritty computations of the cash flow statement, I would like you to take note of four things. The first one would be compensation income. Please take note that the compensation income of our main character for the first year and on the second year for 2 consecutive years did not change. Now, the second thing that I would like you to take note of is the expenses. For the expenses, for the purposes of discussion, I would like you to take note of that these expenses are fixed expenses, meaning it will not change in the future. So, for 2 consecutive years, this is fixed. And the expenses for the first year would be carried over on the second year. Now, the third thing that I would like you to take note of is compensation. Excess of compensation over expenses. And the fourth thing that I would like you to take note of is the excess of expenses over compensation. Having said that, I will now go to the nitty-gritty computations of our cash flow statement.
I will now discuss the case study. The case study is entitled Good Father of the Family by Kayumangi 2019. I will discuss the cash flow statement of our main character. For the first year, our main character, the good father of the family, is still single. I will start with his net compensation income or inflow, 30,000. When we say net compensation income, deductions have already been made or done. If our main character is an employee of a private sector, SSS and Pag-ibig has already been deducted. Or if our main character is a government employee, GSIS and Pag-ibig also has been deducted. As a single person and also a breadwinner, his expenses or outflow for the month are as follows. House rent, 5,000. Electricity and water, 1,700. Food, we peg it at 300 per day at 30 days. It will be a total of 9,000. And the medicines of his parents is 4,000. Office allowance, self, 6,000. Sundry expenses 2,000. For a total expenses for a month 27,700. I would like you to take note of the total expenses for a month 27,700. As we discussed earlier, this is fixed expenses or will not change in a short period of time. And now I would like you to also take note of our compensation income or inflow for 30,000. This will still be the same on the second year. Now, if we will deduct 27,700 to 30,000, we will get an excess of compensation over expenses of 2,300. Take note, excess of compensation over expenses of 2,300 can still be decided by our main character, either to save it or to spend it, treat his parents or his friends. On the second year, he got married. His cash flow statement is as follows. The details are net compensation income, still 30,000. But now he is married and head of the family, he will incur additional expenses or outflow. The additional expenses or outflow are as follows. Prenatal checkup of his wife, 1,500. Milk and vitamins, 1,000. Food, additional food on the table will be pegged at 100 per day. For 30 days, total of 3,000. Now, the 27,700 or fixed expenses of last year for a month is carried over this year for a total expenses, new expenses of 33,200. Now, if we will deduct 33,200 to 30,000, there is an excess of expenses over compensation of 3,200. I would like you to take note of this. There is an excess of expenses over compensation income. Now, the real problem will be incurred if you will not earn an extra income that would cover the 3,200 deficit. And to make it a bit harder on his part, there is an anticipated hospital expenses of 50,000 in 9 months after his wife gave birth to their child. Now, our main character decided to engage in a business wherein he can earn an extra income to cover up his current financial problem of 3,200, and at the same time engage in that business so that he can save an amount equal to 50,000 in 9 months. Now, if you will ask me how much does he need to earn monthly? Well, he needs to earn an extra income of 8,755.56 per month. How did we arrive at this amount? His hospital expenses, anticipated expenses after 9 months is 50,000. 50,000 divided by 9 months will give us 5,555.56. His monthly deficit amount to 3,200 for a total of 8,755.56. Now, let us drill down further. The needed weekly earnings is 2,188.89. How did we arrive at this amount? 8,755 divided by 4 weeks. There are 4 weeks in a month. Now, to drill down further, the needed daily earnings of our main character amounts to 312 pesos centavos per day. How dear, how did we arrive at this amount? We divide 2,188.69 over 7 days. Now, our main character, the good father of the family, decided to earn an extra income to cover up his monthly deficit, and to save an amount equivalent to 50,000. And he need to have a balance towards his work, 8-hour job, towards being the head of the family, being a husband to his wife, and at the same time an entrepreneur or businessman.
Now that we have discussed the case study, it's time for us to answer the big question why. Why does our main character engage in business? Now to answer this, we must identify the purpose. The purpose of our main character is to engage in business and be able to earn an extra income amounting to 3,200 to cover up his monthly deficit, and to earn an extra income and save it to cover up the anticipated hospital bill, once his wife give birth to their child, amounting to 50,000. Now, we have identified the purpose. We are now identifying the objective. The objective of our main character is to engage in an income-generating activity that will give him an extra income amounting to 8,755.56. That is his monthly requirement. Now, the third one. What will he gain from it? Simple. Financial freedom and security. The fourth one is what fuels him. Well, he is not doing this for himself, but he is doing this for his family. He wants to give a comfortable life for his family. We have completed our first case study. And now I would like to leave you with a quote. The quote is by Benjamin Franklin. If you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. My next blog would be on identifying your niche. What business will you be good at? And what services also will you be good at? Till my next blog, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And click on the bell button to be notified on my next blog. Till next time, see you!